Archangel Michael says you're being removed from this list of chosen ones by someone who knows your deep secrets. This is not a drill. This is a spiritual emergency happening right now. In the heavenly realms, someone close to you has discovered information they're using as a weapon against your divine status. They've already started the process to have you stripped of your chosen one protection and blessings. This message has reached you at the final hour because the universe is giving you one last chance to fight back. Your spiritual destiny hangs in the balance at this very moment. The removal from the chosen ones list isn't just losing a title. It's losing everything that makes your spiritual journey meaningful. Without this divine protection, you become vulnerable to every dark force that has been waiting to attack you. Your spiritual gifts will fade, your divine guidance will stop, and the blessings flowing into your life will be cut off completely. The person behind this knows exactly what they're doing. They've studied your weaknesses, your past mistakes, and your deepest fears. Once you're removed, there's no divine shield protecting you from their attacks. This isn't just about your spiritual status, it's about your soul's survival in this spiritual war. If you can feel the spiritual attack happening right now, type "protect me" immediately. This isn't just a comment. It's a prayer that activates Archangel Michael's emergency response team. The divine forces are waiting for your signal to intervene, but they need your permission to act. Time is running out and every second counts. Your willingness to fight back determines whether you keep your place among the chosen ones or lose everything you've worked for spiritually. Archangel Michael whispers the enemy has been closer than you think, watching and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Someone in your circle has been gathering information about you, your struggles, your doubts, your moments of weakness. They've been building a case against you in the spiritual courts, claiming you're not worthy of chosen one status. This person knows things about you that you thought were hidden. They've seen your private battles, your secret tears, your moments when faith felt impossible. Now they're using this knowledge to convince the divine council that you don't deserve protection. The removal process has already begun in the heavenly realms. Spiritual judges are reviewing evidence against you right now. The final decision hasn't been made yet, but time is almost up. Like this video now to strengthen your spiritual defenses. Each like creates an energy barrier around you, making it harder for the attacker to complete the removal process. The divine forces are watching this video's engagement as a sign of how many souls are fighting for your protection. Your support from this community becomes spiritual ammunition in the battle for your chosen one status. Don't wait. Act now. The secrets they're using against you aren't just random information. They know about the times you questioned God, the moments you felt abandoned, the choices you made out of fear instead of faith. Every chosen one has these moments. It's part of the human experience. But this person is twisting your humanity into evidence of unworthiness. They're painting your struggles as proof you don't belong among the spiritually elite. The most dangerous part is they know exactly which buttons to push, which wounds to expose, which fears to magnify. This intimate knowledge makes them the perfect weapon against your divine status. They're not just attacking you randomly. This is calculated spiritual warfare using your own vulnerabilities against you. The heavenly court doesn't see the full picture, only the evidence being presented by your accuser. Type 777 right now to reverse the removal process that's already started. Archangel Michael says divine justice will not allow the innocent to be destroyed by those who hide in shadows. The number sequence 777 sends a direct message to the spiritual courts that you're fighting back. It activates divine intervention protocols and puts your case under special protection. This isn't just about stopping the removal. It's about turning the tables on whoever is attacking you spiritually. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $50. This energy exchange creates additional spiritual protection and shows the divine realms your serious commitment to staying among the chosen ones. The removal from chosen one's status happens in stages, and you're already in stage 3 of 5. Stage 1 was the initial accusation filed against you in the spiritual courts. Stage 2 was the evidence-gathering phase where your accuser presented their case. Stage 3 is the current review period where spiritual judges examine the claims. Stage 4 would be the final decision. And Stage 5 is the actual removal of all divine protection and blessings. You have maybe hours, not days, before Stage 4 begins. Once the judges make their decision, even Archangel Michael's intervention becomes limited. The spiritual law requires evidence of your worthiness to counteract the accusations. That's why your response to this message matters so much. It's evidence of your continued faith and fight. The person behind your removal isn't a stranger. It's someone who gained your trust to get close enough to hurt you. They've been in your life long enough to witness your private struggles and spiritual doubts. This could be someone who seemed supportive on the surface, but harbored jealousy about your spiritual gifts and chosen status. They've watched you receive blessings, guidance, and protection that they wanted for themselves. Instead of working on their own spiritual growth, they decided to tear you down. The timing of their attack isn't random either. They waited until you were going through a difficult period when your spiritual defenses were naturally lower. They know your patterns, your triggers, and your weaknesses because you trusted them with sensitive information. The betrayal cuts deeper because this person pretended to care while secretly planning your spiritual destruction. They smiled to your face while building a case against you behind closed doors. Type 11 right now to receive divine revelation about who is behind this spiritual attack. The angels are ready to show you the truth, but they need your permission to pull back the veil. This number sequence activates your spiritual discernment and protects you from further deception. Once you see clearly who your real enemy is, you can defend yourself properly. The divine doesn't want you fighting blind in the spiritual war. Archangel Michael can stop this removal process completely, but only if you act within the next few hours. The spiritual courts operate on divine timing, and once the final judgment is made, even the highest angels must respect the decision. However, there's a window of mercy that remains open for urgent appeals. Your case can be moved to a higher court where Archangel Michael has more influence, but this requires immediate action from you. The divine law allows for intervention when the accused shows genuine repentance and renewed commitment to their spiritual path. Your engagement with this message is already being recorded as evidence of your desire to remain among the chosen ones, but more is needed to overturn the accusations against you. The person attacking you spiritually has made a critical mistake. They've underestimated the power of divine justice. When someone attacks a chosen one using deception and betrayal, they automatically put themselves under spiritual judgment. The same evidence they're using against you can be turned back on them. Their jealousy, their lies, their manipulation. All of this is being recorded in the heavenly realms. Archangel Michael says those who dig a pit for the righteous will fall into it themselves. Your response to this attack determines everything. If you fight back with spiritual weapons instead of sinking into despair, the tables will turn completely. The divine loves to defend those who refuse to give up. Your accuser thinks they're winning, but they don't realize they've just signed their own spiritual death warrant by attacking someone under divine protection. Type 444 to activate the divine counter. Attack against whoever is trying to remove you from the chosen one's list. This number sequence sends spiritual warriors to defend your case and expose your enemy's lies. The energy you create through this engagement becomes ammunition in the heavenly courts. Your willingness to fight back proves you deserve your chosen status. Watch how quickly things change when the divine starts fighting for you. Instead of just watching, the reason your secrets became weapons is because chosen ones live by higher spiritual laws. Regular people can make mistakes without cosmic consequences, but when you're chosen, every action carries more weight. Your accuser knows this and is using spiritual law against you. They're taking your human moments and presenting them as evidence of unworthiness. But here's what they don't understand. The divine shows you knowing you would stumble sometimes. Your struggles don't disqualify you. They prove you're human while maintaining spiritual growth. The key is neutralizing these weapons by owning your journey completely. When you stop being ashamed of your past, it can't be used against you. The divine court recognizes honest repentance and genuine spiritual progress, not perfection. If some damage has already been done to your chosen status, complete restoration is possible through divine mercy. The process begins the moment you decide to fight back instead of accepting defeat. First, your case gets moved to the mercy court where Archangel Michael presides. Second, your spiritual gifts are placed under protection while the review happens. Third, evidence of your continued faith and growth is presented to counter the accusations. Fourth, your accuser's true motives are exposed to the spiritual judges. Finally, your chosen status is not just restored, but elevated because you've proven your worthiness under attack. Type 888 now to begin this restoration process. The number sequence opens the channels for divine mercy to flow into your situation. Once you survive this spiritual attack, you'll be stronger and wiser about protecting yourself. The divine will give you special discernment to identify spiritual enemies before they can gather ammunition against you. Your intuition will become sharper, warning you when someone is studying you for the wrong reasons. Trust will become more sacred. You'll guard your vulnerabilities more carefully without becoming closed-hearted. The angels will also assign additional protection around you because you've proven you're worth defending. Other chosen ones who've survived similar attacks will be drawn into your circle, creating a community of spiritual warriors. Type 999 to seal this permanent protection around your life. This number sequence creates an unbreakable shield that future attackers cannot penetrate. Archangel Michael says you have fought well and your place among the chosen ones is now more secure than ever. The person who tried to remove you has failed completely and will face divine consequences for their actions. Your spiritual status isn't just restored, it's elevated because you refuse to surrender when attacked. The divine court has noted your courage and marked you for special protection. Other chosen ones will learn from your victory, and your story will become encouragement for those facing similar battles. You are never alone in this spiritual war, and you have just proven you belong among heaven's elite.